And yet, there were still parts of the United States that hid this fact and tried to keep black people enslaved. Don't tell them. Don't tell them. They ain't going nowhere. They think they'll fly. There's no up down here in Texas territory.
At the John F. Kennedy Presidential Library in South Boston, the Benkadi Drum and Dance performance displayed the soul and storytelling of Juneteenth, emphasizing how in the midst of suffering, African music and dance emerged as powerful agents of resilience for enslaved people in the U.S., serving as a steadfast link to their heritage and identity. Through the spirit of dance and music, African Americans found an escape from the cruelty and anguish of enslavement after the Emancipation Proclamation and found solace through its rhythmic melodies and intricate movements.
Cultural sharing is how we stay connected with each other. I think it's so important on the Juneteenth holiday, to remember that Black African American history is American history. And when we share the true history of our country, the true history of Black people in this country, we understand where we come from and why we are here.
The event brought together a wide range of people from diverse backgrounds, where performers and attendees hoped that all types of people can feel empowered from such an entertaining form of protest.
I think that we're all very much the same in many different ways, and that seeing these specifics of our traditions might give somebody else who didn't have the same thing, they might see something in their own traditions that resonate with that. And now we have created a bond between two cultures.
The performance unites the Black community and allies together to strengthen the sense of unity and social consciousness through the art of dance.
It was very enjoyable to see just the traditions, a little bit more of the traditions and the dance steps of another culture. Anytime I've been to some African drumming events before, and I just always feel the rhythm just is uplifting. So I love enjoying that and seeing how they connect to the music, and then thinking about how music is important to my family too in dance. So just seeing different ways that cultures can connect to music and their roots.
I felt like the dance moves were like with the dance moves I do, and I didn't really know that, and it's cool.
The musical and dance pieces aim to be an educational display of African American history, as well as an immersive event that gets everyone on their feet.
It is important for other people to see everyone's culture because of the fact that it shows what the changes and what they represented. You know, the drum session today represented African American culture from slavery back when they was freed by Abraham Lincoln. But what it does also gives you history. It gives you feelings and gets you involved and lets you have empathy and sympathy for the trials and tribulations they went through. You know where they're coming, you know where they came from, and you know where they're going.
I thought it was a very great experience. I really enjoyed the entire performance. I think, honestly, it shed light about the history of people, but also just the commonalities that we all share. One of the things that it talked about, just a common strain, was the rhythm, the beat of ourselves, our hearts, our souls, and I thought that was very impactful because everyone in that room could really feel it.
These dances are meant to connect the ancestors of the Black community's past to the present in hopes of creating a stronger sense of self for future generations.